Hey guys, welcome back to our channel and thank you so much for joining today. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about a school that will be opening very soon in the city or in the province of New Brunswick, not the city, but the province of New Brunswick. So in case you are looking for a program or in case you want to start studies by next year, then you should consider applying to this college. I'm going to tell you some of the things that you should put into consideration as I proceed with the video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Milton. If you didn't know, I am the chairman of the Broke community. So anything that is going to favor anybody to migrate abroad, especially Canada, then expect that from me on this YouTube channel. Like I said, today is good news. And I think if you are looking for a program, for those of you who have been telling me that you have just your basic high school qualifications, you do not have maybe bachelor's degree certificates, then this is a college in Canada you should consider applying to. All right, the name of the college is called New Brunswick Community College and it is commonly called NBCC. Now, this college is located in the province of New Brunswick, and like I always tell you, there are a lot of advantages and a lot of important updates coming from New Brunswick. If you study in this place, you may just land a job before you know. Now, but there is something I want to draw your attention to in terms of tuition fee and in terms of language proficiency. But before I talk about this, make sure that you check this college website from July 4th because admissions is going to start, or let me say admissions will commence at New Brunswick Community College from the 3rd and 4th of July 2023. Now, it is also important for you to note that this admissions is going to take place for maybe a very long time, but it is very competitive. So New Brunswick functions in terms of, let me say, if you want to study in New Brunswick, you should understand that it is a first come, first serve basis. That's you come first, you are treated first. Somebody who comes behind you will get a spot only after you. So you have to apply as early as possible. Another important update I want you to understand is that for January 2023 and for May 2023, there are no spots available for international students. This college is literally very crowded. So if you want to study in New Brunswick come next year, September, that's 2024 September, you should make sure you start your application from July this year. Also understand that New Brunswick Community College is one of those colleges that you do not need to pay too much to apply for the visa. All you need to pay is 500 Canadian dollars as deposit. Then you apply for your visa. Also remember that there is an application fee of 100 Canadian dollars. But the advantage here is that you are going to be applying for 2 programs. In case you are selected for the first one, they would then drop the second one. I hope you understand. Now we've talked about that. Let's go to the tuition fee. New Brunswick Community College is one of the cheapest colleges in Canada. As of last year till present, as I'm filming this video, its tuition fee was around 9,000, closer to like 9,500. But in addition to other maybe small charges, then you could pay like 10,300. But this is for those that are going to be starting this September. However, the tuition have changed and there is an increase of 1.2%. So if you want to apply for New Brunswick Community College, you should understand that instead of paying 9,000 now, or let's say all the total fee that could cost you around 10,300, you are now going to be paying $11,000. But this still makes New Brunswick Community College an affordable, if not affordable, but a cheap college in Canada, because if you look at the tuition fee in most colleges, you are going to realize that most colleges start from $13,000 to $15,000, all right, for 1 year. And the thing is that everybody pays the same at New Brunswick. So this is something you should understand. Due to the increase of 1.2% of tuition fee, technology fee also increased. So in total, everything is going to bring you this time around to around 11,000 Canadian dollars, but it still makes this college a very cheap option. Now, if you are coming from an English-speaking country, you may not need to evaluate your English proficiency, or you do not need to prove that you can speak or write English. If you have studied in a university for at least 2 or 3 years with English as the medium of instruction, you do not need English, or you do not need to show proof of English language proficiency. If you studied in a high school or in high school in a country where English is the first language of that country, you do not need to show English proficiency. All right, like I said, you have to apply by July 5th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, like that, to keep your position. It is very competitive. Now, it is a first come, first serve basis. New Brunswick functions like this. If you really want to keep your position, another thing or trick I will give to you is apply to campuses that are not that popular. Maybe Frederickson and all the other ones, they are very popular. So I would suggest you apply to places like St. Andrews, which are not that popular. And when you get into Canada, in case you are not comfortable with the campus in which you are schooling, you can then ask for a transfer of campus when you are already at New Brunswick. I hope you understand. So an advantage is that you just need to pay your 500 Canadian dollars before you present the receipt to IRCC and apply for your visa, your study permit, right? That is one advantage. Now, let me talk about some other things that relates to other colleges. There is still another college if you are looking for cheaper options as well. And this college also have a lot of programs. But one thing you should understand is that this particular college does not have programs that are open already. That is to say, that are open for January or May intake. Most of the programs are available just for May intake and September intake of 2024. So in case you don't want to apply to New Brunswick, this college is also very affordable, and I think it should be the cheapest compared to New Brunswick. If you are looking for programs like, or for things to study like hairdressing, carpentry, plumbing, you understand, being a plumber, if you're a plumber, if you want something like hairdressing, environmental studies, computer sciences, against next year, then you should apply to this college. With 8,000 Canadian dollars, you can start studies in this college. There are programs that will cost you less than 9,000 and less than 10,000. So you just need to check to see which one is available. And the name of this college is called College of North Atlantic. This one is not located in New Brunswick, but rather it is found in Newfoundland and Labrador. All right. So that is something you should pay attention to. And also remember that the evaluation process is different. If you are applying, telling them that you graduated, you need to tell the organization that issued your certificate to send your certificate to them. I mean, College of North Atlantic, the officials. So the procedure for New Brunswick and College of North Atlantic, they are two different things. For New Brunswick, you just need, if you are a Nigerian, you just need to apply online. All right, upload your WAEC certificate. If you have just WAEC, but make sure these subjects, mathematics, biology, English, and I think is it chemistry, must be available. You must pass them. Make sure you check requirements very well. If you have these subjects, you are good to go with New Brunswick Community College. And when you upload that, they are going to ask you again to send your WAEC crash card, and I think a PIN and some other details, the year you wrote and the school, the name of the school. They will ask you via email. This is how the process works for New Brunswick. But for College of North Atlantic, you have to go to the WAEC officials and tell them to send your results via the online system. For Cameroonians, when you upload your O levels and advanced level results, in case you are applying using your high school certificates, that is all. You do not need to add any other document again. But for College of North Atlantic, you have to go through the GCE board to get confirmations and stuff like that. All informations are found on the school website. So please, you have to verify very well. It is very, very important. Then for those who are applying to other colleges, please, I would always say that it is important, very, very important for you to consider tuition fee before you apply for a college. Equally understand that most colleges have application fee payment. That shouldn't be your problem. But consider tuition fee and first deposit you have to make to apply for the study visa. All right, because some colleges like College of North Atlantic, I think their deposit is 500 as well. I'm not very sure, but I'm going to verify again. All right, but for New Brunswick, I know because I've worked for people in there. I've gotten admissions for people who would be moving to that college, so I know what I'm talking about. Secondly, you should understand that when you are applying for community colleges in Canada, you should also put into consideration all the details like living costs and weather. For those of you who want to move to Newfoundland and Labrador to College of North Atlantic, understand that you can only go through a boat or maybe use a plane, all right? But for New Brunswick, if you are somewhere around Canada, you may use a boat or a train, right? A boat may take a long time or something like that, but it's not accessible like New Brunswick. I hope you get it. So these are some of the things you need to put into consideration and you apply. Of course, colleges will take first come, first save. They work like a first come, first save basis. So please make sure you follow up keenly so that you do not make errors. And of course, check the procedures on everything involved so that at the end of the day, remember when you arrive Canada, you have to look for accommodation. And of course, you pay tuition deposit before you start lectures. So this is the update I have for you today. Stay tuned and remember other videos will pop up very soon till we meet again in another one.